I'm here.
Brothel?
I won't
There's a
let
house?
anything
Den
happen.
of decadent delights?
Look at you. You're exhausted. You've been pulling all night to keep watch. I know you have.
I don't mind it. Honestly.
Well, I do. Which means we're getting a real...
That'll make a great headline. Fascinating.
Footprints. Leading right into that cave.
Copper for your thoughts?
The boss is expecting you. Hasn't forgotten what you did for him at Moonrise.
Look, unless you're an ex...
You think I want my clan facing down one of those walking death machines? Only if you're quick. Now let me...
Eager for battle.
What to do?
Everyone, quiet.
It stopped. But it'll happen again. It keeps happening. The shivering. There's something. But when I ask the stone why it shakes.
Good to see you. Wasn't sure you'd make it to this. I spent a lot of time thinking of worst-case scenarios while I was locked in that cell. I didn't imagine anything as bad as this. The Gondians have handed Enver Gortash the means to bring about the end of liberty in Baldur's Gate. And the citizens have rolled. Resistance fighters are few and far between. My iron hands, what's left of the Harpers, and you. I hope. Good. The Steel Watch, they're a threat to you, me, and every man, woman, and child, and they act all civilized, servant. When he becomes Grand Duke, it will only get worse. Law and the fucking Gondians are to blame for all of it. I heard about that. You had the Harpers, these Steel Watchers. One of them is the equivalent of a Red Dragon. An army of them. Well, by hitting the Gondians. They invented the Steel Watchers, and they're building. They've always been happy to provide their technology to despots in exchange for a stipend and the freedom to work in. They would have licked Saravok's boots, given the chance. I had a plan to put a stop to them. But the way things are now, if we stick our head... Same as it always is. In this case, the foundry where these Gondians are ingenious, but we're more than equal to them. There's not... I've built something unique for just that purpose. A room powder bomb. First of its kind. 50 wizards high on the weave couldn't summon this kind of firepower. Get the bomb inside the Gondian facility, and boom. Problem solved. Innocents. You have... The Gondians picked their side the minute they took orders from... If they had any courage, they'd have refused him and died like... Now they'll die like the dogs they are. There is no other way. But I believe in second chances. When you come crawling back here, and you will... I knew you were the practical sort. That's why we get along. The foundry is in the lower city, down by the docks. Beautiful building, belching smoke into the sky day and night. Getting inside won't be easy, but when you do, place the bomb at the heart of the facility. Get yourself back to street level. The streets will be clear of watchers in no time.
Locked. But there's no keyhole. Must be a switch or something nearby.
Can I come on patrol with you later?
Not a chance. Your mother will kill me.
Let the kid come. He wants to teach them refugees a lesson, right?
Please, keep bothering me. I've no work to get on with. Been poking around downstairs, have you? Well, I've got nothing to hide. Those gnomes are victims. They've spent years in exile, no forge to call their own, all because of some ancient bloody grudge. The Gondians think they're the only ones fit to swing a hammer round here. They're wrong. One day they'll learn that the hard way. Until that happens, I'll give those iron hands a roof over their heads. Nothing wrong with it. Now clear off. If you want anything else, go to the shop. I've got work to do.
They'll come for our homes, our jobs, everything.
Kick 'em all out.
We won't need to.
Bits and bobs from
We do this
Dandelon's
right.
dancing act.
They'll run for their damn hill.
Back again? Want a dagger?
Continue reading the broadsheets. That so-called army is probably no more than a pack of goblins and bugbears.
Hear me. It's your birthday. Caress is caress.
The librarian does this thing with her whip where you're on a foot and staying in a brothel.
Whoa. I got it.
Slow down, sweetie.
And thanks.
Yes, darling, it's very
Up there,
leather-like.
Danthelin's dancing axe. The Harper's safe house the hero mentioned.
Well, we're shopping for a suit. Dinner with my parents, remember?
This armor was such a bargain. We can't return it.
Astonishing.
Danthelon's dancing axe.
Welcome to Danthilon's dancing axe. Our stock isn't used. It's tried and tested by the fine. Don't draw any trouble on old Enthal. Eax?
Greetings, sir. Your noble bearing brings a little class to my... How may I be of service? Your father...
Enthal's...
So Bal's chosen is a doppelganger. Orin is testing you. She spoke to you in a rather familiar fashion. More shapeshifter mind games, I suppose. If we squint with suspicion at every face we... The last time I fought doppelgangers, the Balspawn Sarevok was using them to subvert the city government. But Orin... he's more predator than politician, I think. Tell the Lordling that Orin is watching. Seems that Gortash and Orin have had a little falling out. We should leverage that. You'll need to free up your ranks a little first. At your This ought to be good.
Father, they will die for you.
Men, women, children. A decade ago, Baldur's Gate who would take in these souls, if not the Jewel of Baldur? As long as Gortash is in charge, they'll be left shivering at the gates. All part of the plan, of course. Step 1. Create an army and order it to march on the... Gortash hasn't made Baldur's Gate safe. He's made it a prison. And when his army breaks to make this city a safe haven, we'll need to bathe Gortash and his allies in their own blood.
I'm just a cat. But please, talk. Why are you so nosy? Nothing good, I don't think. She was so very sick. Maybe Yenna is my best friend. She's kind. But please don't.
Hi. It's me, Yenna. You remember me, right? You were really nice to me before, and, my mum hasn't come back yet. She might come later. I don't think she's coming. Could we maybe stay here?
Isn't there a human crest she can join?
Yes! You've got a fire and everything. I can cook really good. Whatever you want. Thank you, thank you.
Please.
Always good to talk, my friend. I'm up for the challenge. You've just got to make a little space. Let's make this...
Where am I needed?
the work is never done.
Mind never quiet.
Thy will, dost thou require a new ally? Or may...
This vessel is at thy disposal.
But the vessel only stay.
Looking ahead. Intestines throb, blood whispers.
Hey, soldier. You know I'm up for it, but your party's a little full.
I brought my own paring knife. Now I just need some ingredients, and I'm gonna make something really good, I promise.
Please.
Greetings, son.
Oh, you can turn off the charm, Entharl. He's with me.
Blueberries. Thought I had a sale. You look tired, Harper.
I missed you too. They're already here?
Down below. Here's the key. Ha! Clearly you do not know our Harper Most High.
I wouldn't say that. We've traveled a long road together in a short time. The others will be taking their ease here. Entharl has been known to shelter Harpers when they need it.
Entharl has been known to charge rent. Harpers have been known to ignore him. Now go on. The short father may send me an actual paying customer today. Right, Sommy. You're on the door till our friends are done. Gods forbid we do any business today.
He has the most... Armor to meet my mother and father.
Hi, Harper. May Seluna's tears shine on this meeting.
A very formal greeting, Geraldus. You are well?
Yes. Hi, Harper. Standing beneath Seluna's tears.
The lad's a little nervous, Jaheira. We heard of your great victory against Ketheric.
I understand, Geraldus. Take a moment. And you, Harper. There is something familiar about you. Doesn't she remind you of our old friend Marcus?
Jaheira's meaning is clear. Marcus was a traitor laying a trap. The same, it seems, is happening here.
The problem with Marcus, of course, we didn't end on the best of terms.
Covered.
Blood comes easy these days. fleet of foot. They're dying for me. All of them. Doppelgangers. How many has she brought to Baal's side, I wonder?
Mahler's mark. How many more Harper's dead?
Everything is clear.
Did I get it right?
Seluna's tears. It is said no false face can stand beneath their light. An old code, Harper. But yes, you got it right. Now I need your report.
We had eyes on suspected cultists in the city, like you asked. We thought we were tracking them, but...
They were tracking you instead, evidently. Doppelgangers.
And they're not just working with the cult, High Harper. They're part of it. The Baalists, I think.
Sworn to Orin the Red, yes. We've already had the pleasure. Go on.
Everything seemed fine until your latest orders. Until we started to search for the Rashomar. They struck the same night. I woke to one of them strangling Chelvin, while smiling at me out of her face. She said... It said that I'd report back to you as normal. Lure you here, and I had no choice.
I'm sure it felt that way, Geraldus. The others were likely dragged back to Orin. Tortured. Sacrificed. I do not expect you to die for me. But to risk Entharl, any citizen who might have wandered in, there is always a choice. And the Harper must be able to make the hard ones. Perhaps this isn't the life for you after all, Geraldus.
No, Jaheira! High Harper, please! I'm still a Harper. I want to help!
You've scarcely signed up, boy. And there is a war coming. Why die a Harper when you could still live as anything else?
I want to fight. For Chelvin. For all of them. So it means something.
Death is death. To look for meaning in it is foolishness, boy. Childish storybook nonsense. Exactly the kind the Harper would spout, I suppose. Fine. I have no right to make the choice for you. Not when this mess is of my making. I sent the Harpers hunting after the cult, without thinking what it would mean to be hunted in turn. Now they are compromised. And if not for you, I wouldn't even know it. I'm sorry, Geraldus. Harper. And I owe you an apology as well. I haven't told you everything I hope to learn here today. First, Geraldus, you're the last Harper in the city I can rely on. Lay low, and rest while you can. I have matters to discuss with my friend here. Orin knows the hunt. Until we know who the false facers are, we cannot trust anyone beyond ourselves. And I was so busy telling you not to take her bait that I scarcely felt the hook in my own mouth. I have not been overly generous with the truth. I came here to learn of the Chosen, true enough. But I set my Harper searching for someone else, too. Tell me, what do you know of a man named Minsk of Rashomon?
Oh my god! Minsk!
Despite her expectant gaze, the name means nothing to you.
Street whalers spin stories from the time of troubles. And they save the strangest ones for Minsk. It happens that in his case, most of them are true. Minsk is an old friend. Perhaps my oldest. We've fought at one another's backs times beyond counting. And the last time I saw him, I left him to die. Before we ever heard of this Absolute, we received word of a gathering in the Undercity. What we found was the first dark seed of this plot. A circle of cultists with mind flayers in their midst. We might have ended it there, cut off at the root, but before I could send for help, Minsk charged in alone. It was chaos. He was overrun, dragged down beneath a mass of tentacles. I had a choice. Stay and let word of this cult die with us, or leave him and live to fight another day. The world takes much from those who presume to defend it. So don't be sorry, because I mean to use you, if you're willing. Infection, indoctrination, eradication. But it has not been yours. With your help, perhaps it need not be Minsk's either. As simply as that? For no other reason than that I asked? Perhaps you two will get along. Oh, the point is moot without a means to find him. Without the Harpers, we shall have to find another path. I'll have a better idea of what that is once we're through the gates. Seems I need to reacquaint myself with this damned city.
What I would give to be the Gondian who invented the steel watch.
Actually, invented the steel watch.
Perfect for a show.
Helios patronage. The Gondians built the steel watch.
Yes, but they were which makes him the inventor. How about we settle on the Gondians and Gortash inventing them?
Where am I needed? Let's move.
Was such a bargain.
Two doses.
Calms guns. She has them.
Sounds like you've left some buddies to bury. Plus side, Entharp.
If your lot have cracked another bloody cask,
They're dead, Entharl. Doppelgangers were using them as bait.
Seems they snared more than they could skin in you. Did Geraldus survive?
Alive. But he'll need some time to recover.
I'll tuck the boy up tight till he's ready to get back to harpering. What will you do?
Continue the hunt.
Aye. Silly question, I suppose. What do you need?
Go on. If the Steel Watch come poking around.
I'd give up a kidney for a tour of the Steel Watch Foundry.
As if any of us would be so fortunate.
Imagine seeing a watch of power for the first time.
Hell, what is this again?
The brain appears to be resisting its masters. It's acting of its own will.
Worms Rock's off limits. You got a problem? See Ellen there.
You want past?
Sorry, chum, can't let you through. Worms Rock's closed for the day.
Not close to Duke Ulder Ravengard's own son, surely.
You having a laugh, devil boy? I know Ravengard, and last I knew, his spawn wasn't sporting those horns. The joke's on you. No entry. That's the end of it. Valeria? Well, I'm not messing about with a murder inquiry for damn sure. Straight ahead across the bridge. A blind ogre couldn't miss it.
I'd give up a kidney for a tour of the Steel Watch Foundry.
As if any of us would be so fortunate.
Imagine seeing a
Darling,
watch of
it's
power for the
very,
first time.
very nice.
My heart flutters at the thought.
Put him up! Put him up! Yay! You spoke to me! Nobody ever talks to me! My name's Narber, adventurer to be. As soon as I figure out what kind of adventurer I want to be. What do you think? Can I be a fighter? Right you are. I'll just find it won't hurt.
For the person with you. They enjoyed it.
Enjoyed it.
What I wouldn't give to meet the Gondian who invented the
I
Steel
had no less
Watch.
than 2 maidens and a bachelor clawing at my door the very next morning.
Yes, darling, it's very leathery.
How long do the effects last?
Still here. It depends on the person and their virility. We can get in women's
Strength smaller, in betweener, I've got 'em all.
None of them have sticky fingers.
Seems like a lot.
In the gutter, to pleasure your fine maiden, to feel her fingers grip yours in pure ecstasy.
If any of us would be so fortunate.
Imagine seeing a watch of power up for the first time. Oh, my heart flutters at the thought.
A real fight. They crush everything.
Call and I answer.
The pride of the gate.
Let's march.
Wretched thing. Pull yourself together.
Naughty, naughty, naughty little master. You have disobeyed your father's wishes one time too many. For he who fights with monsters should look to it that he himself becomes a monster. When you gaze long into the abyss also gazes into you. Another will embrace what you have rejected, and that other will be your death. But your father loves you dearly. You may reinvent yourself yet. Slaughter your line. Become the last of your name. Lord Baal shall have but one chosen.
Memories flood back, snatches of your story written in the blood of 1,000 victims. Years spent in worship of Baal, leading his savage congregation in prayer, sacrifice, and slaughter. You were their master, and he was yours. A cruel master, a dread lord, a devoted father. All is as you feared. You are a spawn of Baal, his heir, his scion. And yet, you know you will never be free of your urge if you don't confront your past. You are not the last of your name. Not yet. There is another. The abomination wrapped in flesh you saw in the colony. Orin, it's time for a family reunion. But be wary of your confessors. Will friend turn to foe, knowing what you are?
Halt! We do not know how you gained entry, but your trespass shall not be punished. Lord Gortash has been expecting you.
The Watcher's presence fades, but another takes its place. Confident, dominant, commanding.
My most esteemed guest, we meet at last. I am Lord Enver Gortash. You are the prison. I welcome you to Baldur's Gate, my city. By the Black Hand, I'd recognize that voice anywhere. Karlach. It's been an eternity. Allow me to formally invite you to my inauguration. Make your way to the ceremonial hall.
Invitation from Lord Gortash himself. Lovely.
Make your way to the audience chamber.
I can't really glaze that peach,
Doing in the house.
It wasn't even hurt. Well, you...
That's why nothing's gonna happen to us. We'll tell them what happened, and we'll be home in no time.
Somebody was in trouble. Inside.
Please make your way to the
You've been seeing the
audience
flames,
chamber.
and we're still here. What are they waiting
I
for?
spoke to a witness who says
The flaming fist don't stand.
All we can do.
Lord Gortash is expecting you.
I don't care how many
Please make your way to the audience chamber.
I almost believed you this time.
Are they going to arrest us? What if they throw us in jail?
Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber. Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber.
We're still here. What are they waiting for?
Lord Gortash is expecting you.
I spoke to a witness who says
I don't know, dear.
To the audience.
All we can do is
They say Gortash.
Lord Gortash is expecting
I
you.
almost believed you this time.
Please make your way
Are they going to
the
arrest us?
chamber.
What if they throw us in jail?
Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber. Lord Gortash is expecting you.
Raven Guard's
Please
a hero.
make your way to the
Elturel would
audience
still be
chamber.
stuck in the hells if it weren't for him. Have you seen the
If it isn't little Will, straight to your handler. And I didn't even have to whistle.
Mizora, I've had enough. You owe your life to me. Time to end the pact.
Feeling cheeky, are we? Most unbecoming. Heard about your father. The Absolute's puppet. A damned travesty, if you ask me. He's upstairs in Worm's Rock, ordaining Gortash as Archduke. A splendid party, I hear. Perfect for crashing. Go on up. We'll talk after.
Let me guess, you need something.
Gortash has Ravengard on his side. That should tell you something.
What? Every duke's just the same as the last, sticking up for each other as the sky falls around us.
Gods, it must be exhausting to be so cynical.
Not as exhausting as all that boot kissing you've been doing.
Sharp as ever.
Lady Alia says the Absolute's army won't be causing trouble.
Watch your elders and learn.
Or for us.
I'm not sure I believe her. Does it really matter?
Meaning?
Meaning that in the games of generals and dukes, we're not even pawns, just dust on the board. What happens next is out of our hands.
A hero at heart.
Ravengard's a hero. Elturel would still be stuck in the hells if it weren't for him.
Such
Have
authority.
you seen the tieflings at the Southgate? Elturel's exiles, cast out by their own city. The precious hero liberated them from one hell only to trap them in another.
Shut your mouth. Ravengard is a legend.
Ravengard is a charlatan, like every last patriarch of this wretched city. What's cooking?
All right, what now?
Kinspeople, Baldurians, friends, thank you for joining me on this exceptional day.
It's him. Gortash. This is it. I can practically taste his blood from here.
My father's here, Karlak. Cool your fires. He must not come to harm.
So we bide our time. But make no mistake, that monkey is mine.
A moment, please, my friends. An old acquaintance has come to pay their respects.
My respects? You're lucky I've agreed not to shove my boot up your...
My favorite assassin. I'm so glad you've returned to my side.
Hang on, what? You know each other?
We have important matters to address. My reunion with Karlach can wait. Oh, I'd forgotten. Your memories are quite lost, aren't they? Orin told me she'd made a fool of you. To think you and Karlach traveled together all this time and she hadn't the faintest you were one of my nearest and dearest. Let me clear up some mysteries then. It's about time, I think. You and I initiated this plot. We discussed in depth the failures of our predecessors and how to avoid them. We understood that if we were to unite, no one could stand in the way of the Dead Three. So, unite we did. First, we obtained the crown. Then we enslaved the brain. From there, it was but a small step to the most successful religious hoax ever perpetrated. In Baal's name, you set your bloody daggers to cause panic in the streets, killing in the Absolute's name. You would have carried out that part of the plan had Orin not ruined your hard work. Next, the threat of the Absolute's monstrous armies formed by Merkel's general, Ketheric Thorn. In such circumstances, people crave strong leaders. Leaders that bring law, order, and protection. Leaders like me, Bane's unyielding hand, author of justice. You are soon to witness the people of Baldur's Gate granting me complete power over them, all out of fear of the Absolute. The faithful will do anything in the name of their god.
It was all going so well, until you vanished. Orin informed us that henceforth she would speak for the Temple of Baal, and act on their behalf.
But she made a mess of things. Unlike you, she cannot control herself.
Hang on. What the fuck is going on here?
Have you gone soft? I find that hard to believe. One's true nature always rises to the top. When Ketheric fell, I feared the worst. That our plans would fail like so many before because of discord among ourselves. Now you've returned. We can achieve all of our dreams still. You brought Thorm's Netherstone. You know, it takes all three to control the brain. Without Thorm's, it's become vexingly willful. The quakes are a clear warning. If nobody steps in soon, it'll free itself from the authority of the Crown. I expect it'll start with turning the Sword Coasts infected. You among them. That prism of yours won't last indefinitely. Next, the grand design. The Mind Flayer Empire reborn. If we're lucky, we'll become slaves. If we're unlucky, well, a bleak prospect. But it's a fate that can be avoided if you and I renew our old partnership. Together, we can still restore authority over the brain. Baal isn't done with you, you must know that. You have effortless talents, killing instinctually like you breathe blood. Stand with Baal, or it will spell your doom. But I can offer some aid for the storm you're about to weather.
You should hear him out.
With Ketheric gone, Orin proves treacherous. She wants the Netherstones for herself. She only cares for blood. And your blood and mine are of particular interest to her. Orin changes shape faster than you and I change clothes. You know, she's tricked you before. She's targeted me as well. I'm well protected, but she's extremely good at what she does. If Orin obtains all 3 Netherstones, she'll plunge the coast into chaos and paint the city in blood. I can't let that happen. I want to lead this city to glory, not scorch its earth. So I turn to you, the former ruler of the cult of Baal. Let's make our pact anew, a divine oath sworn upon spirit and flesh. I do no harm to you, nor you to me. Furthermore, you'll have nothing to fear from my steel watch while our pact stands. Thorm's stone is yours to keep. When you slay Orin and take her stone, you bring it here, so the 3 are united once again. Together we rule Faerun as kings. No, more than kings. Gods. We rule as the absolute.
And my father?
The urge, the deplorably brutal urge sickens within you. When you level the world over, that dead world must be yours alone. But first you will rule. Then you will ruin.
What do you say? Shall we be allies?
I can detect no deceit. This alliance could serve us well. And if it does not, well, we need not honor it.
Let's be allies, said the viper to the frog.
Gortash's eyes blink in a consistent rhythm. He stands calmly, confidently. He fully intends to share his kingdom with you.
Then let it be writ by the black hand of Bane. I, Lord Enver Gortash, swear I shall do you no harm. We will rise together over Toriel as a roaring sun.
This isn't going to end well. Mark my words.
I understand your concerns, my old friend. But allow me to demonstrate why you made the right choice. Your camp is compromised. One among you is an imposter, a faceless. Who, I can't say. I'd suggest a thorough investigation. You'll find I speak the truth.
Take that with a grain of salt. This is Gortash we're talking to.
The faceless in your camp is like a knife at your throat. Remove it quickly, or any alliance between us would be exceedingly short-lived. Even horror has a home. Find her nest and slay her there. The Baal Temple, your old haunt, now reeks of her ichors. Do you even remember how to find it? A shame. It's a secret even to me. You're resourceful. I trust you'll sniff it out. If the trail goes cold, follow the bodies. Before you do, come and witness, as I make history as the first Archduke of Baldur's Gate. You will follow me, and you will show due respect. Distinguished dukes, patriarchs, Dearest Ravengard, I will heed your call. A new chapter begins.
Enver Gortash, swearest thou by Balduran's blade to defend the citizens of Baldur's Gate from enemies within and without?
I swear.
Swearest thou true faith and fealty to the same, by word, deed, and decree, so that none may suffer?
I swear.
Gathered guests, grant ye consent? Enver Gortash, the Council appoints you Archduke of Baldur's Gate.
My friends, the Steel Watch stands ready. Let its blade fall on any who would diminish our city. And you, honored guest, will find me in my office above when you return. Do not come empty-handed.
You don't really intend to be his ally, do you? Fair enough. Now that he's within reach, I don't intend to let him slip away.
Truest of souls. Babe.
There is a fleeting connection. Your power.
Father, my dearest boy, the hells have touched you, but you've come to me just as Gortash, father and son, unstoppable generals. You and your allies will usher in a help me. Ah, the Black Widow caught you in her web. Floric chose shadow over light. Her betrayal burned deeper than the fires of Avernus. She's been punished for her lies. Don't let her get to you.
Punished? Meaning what exactly?
Within Ravengard's memories, you find Councillor Floric. She is confined in a cell right here in Worm's Rock.
The sun rises, true soul. Are you ready? Why do you say this? Only the shadows would name the sun a tyrant. Faerun suffers in darkness. Tyr has abandoned us. Helm's Eye has strayed. But Baldur's Gate will soon burn bright, a beacon to light the heavens. And it will be Gortash who ignites the final spark.
No. This isn't him. This is the tadpole talking.
For a brief moment, uncertainty clouds his mind, then dissipates.
What nonsense is this?
The prism quivers once more. Ravengard falters.
As I said, Baldur's Gate will ascend. Tyrill's first and only grand city.
First comes a vision of terror. The city, but beyond the terror, there is hope. You see a beaming Ravengard presiding.
Ravengard, the real Ravengard, is in there somewhere. We can't give up on him.
Have we finished then?
Defender of the people. Toning things down.
shy?
Let us show them how it's done. Ready and waiting. Well, certainly waiting.
I have such a headache.
Hmm? Quick and quiet. My thanks.
Incredible, but I won't let the Absolute keep him. This is my pledge.
Dearest Karlak, I'd busy myself finding Orin.
That's it.
Were you hoping for something else?
Thanks to you, I don't hope for things anymore.
You most certainly will.
Citizen Fluffington, I advise caution. This area is restricted. Under orders of Lord Enver.
State your business. Then I presume...
Fish head stew. Kitchen is fresh out of sunshine.
You're being watched. Remember that before you do something foolish. Attention!
Yes?
Let's turn down the fire.
I brought my own pairing.
Baalspawn. I'm not surprised. You've become death incarnate. Mighty, yes. And altogether unpredictable and intractable. One day, perhaps soon, Baal will demand your fealty. You'll either muster the strength to defy him, or you will succumb.
Come to bask in the glow of the Moon Maiden's sword?
The tadpoles?
Your past is revealed to us, chosen of Baal. How does it feel to know who you truly are? Are you so afraid that you cannot see what we believed we were all? You helped. Queen Vlaakith. Skra!
You are a Sherlock, and still you speak my name.
I've seen the captive Orpheus with my own eyes. Spoken to Gestil Kithrak Voss. You lied to us. Enslaved us.
The betrayer Voss lies! I have only a moment, and you, Hasharlak, will listen. We are Githyanki. We move mountains. We snuff out stars. We shake the plains. The traitor Voss has lied to you. The heretic prince would shatter us in an instant. The great dominion shrunk to the head of a pin.
Can this be true? Is the Githyanki prince really a threat to his own people? Or simply a challenge to Vlaakith's rule?
Return to the astral prism. Slay Orpheus the Pretender. Serve me, and I will ascend you. You will be no mere warrior, nor Kithrak. You will be Barta Vlaakith, commander of dragons. My only, my chosen. A final chance. Kneel before me. Make your promise.
Lae'zel's thoughts become yours. The sight of Orpheus looms over her mind. Voss's words echo within it. She means to forever turn her back on Vlaakith.
I gave you my faith, and you called me traitor. I gave you my life, and you ordered your knights to hunt me. I have witnessed too much, and you have given me too little. Finally, I can see. Orpheus will live, and I will hear his creed. This is my word.
Your word is nothing! You are nothing! The Kithraki will bring you. I will tear your flesh
to claim the crown of Carsus.
I think this might be... But look, we've just about made it to the city. That'll do me. Let's go protect it. Whatever happens after that, with this heat going, I can't spare the energy to think. Anyway, it could be worse. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. With...
It is done. There is no going back. As long as the Undying Queen reigns, I am never to soar unbound over the astral sea, never to cross the one in the void. As it should be. Better a short life built on truth than immortality woven of lies. Better to unite the Githyanki under a prince who would free their minds and honor their bodies. So why do I feel so bitter?
Vlaakith has upended Lae'zel's whole existence. Everything she knew to be true, every plan and aspiration she ever held has been painfully ripped away. Lae'zel's bitterness is born of sadness. She is mourning the loss of the person she once was, and can never be again.
How well you've come to know me. But in truth, she didn't take everything. I have what I have gathered for myself. I'm more to a new regent, a new land, and new allies. I am known and honored by you, the source of my bruises. Vlaakith cannot unmake she who no longer exists. And so, from the old battle cries is birthed another. Shma Salar Orpheus, Ma Stilna Forgin in Yeri. Orpheus's will above all. May the comet blaze our path forward. Orpheus's freedom is my want and my need. To deny his freedom would be to deny my own. There will come a time when I can think about myself beyond the Lich Queen who enslaves the Githyanki and the prince who would liberate them. But that time won't come until the Prince of the Comet flies again. We take the Orphic hammer from Raphael's lair. Orpheus Tavki Nazin.
I brought my own pairing.
How did you? Oh, it's you. I must have let my mind wander. Enough for you to wander in. Forgive me. I am drained. Ever since you killed Ketherick and took his netherstone, the Chosen's control of the brain has been brittle. It's rebelling against Orin and Gortash, fiercely. I suspected that when we took Ketherick's stone, the brain would begin to break free. Those brain quakes confirm that my suspicion was correct. I do not know what happens now when it receives their orders, and I do not dare guess.
You feel the Emperor's fear as if it were your own. An Elder Brain enslaved is one thing. An Elder Brain unleashed will be the end of everything.
Beautiful, isn't it? The mighty Prince Orpheus, contained in submissive slumber. Come. You may as well sit a while, now that you are here. Your company isn't unwelcome. You are correct. I should be. I'm haunted by memories. They are relentless. I can think of nothing. No one else. Duke Stelmane, or Belin, as I knew her. I wasn't ready for her death. You thought you were my first ally. Far from it. I have long sought the allyship of others. It is the only way to succeed. Though my relationship with Belin was different from my relationship with you. In life, she was my business partner, back when we ran the Knights of the Shield. A difficult task for a mind flayer. Duke Stelmane trusted me, and the city trusted her. I conceived the plot, but Belin took center stage. It was she who met with the merchants, politicians, and patriarchs. It was she who negotiated deals and signed off on agreements. Her rooms played host to the most important conversations in the city. Together, we brought order to chaos. At its height, everything that happened in that city went through the shield. Through us. I could not have done any of it without her. Just as I cannot do any of this without you. But now, she is gone. I appreciate the offer, but I don't think it will help. What I feel is deeper than superficial cures can reach, and not entirely unwelcome. Most people think that mind flayers are soulless husks who feel nothing. I am glad you are not most people. Another quake. The brain is rebelling again. I need to focus. And so do you.
I brought my own
I expected, but it's got a
Amicus Animus.
I do not understand why the matrons, patriarchs of the city do not open their gates to the refugees. I was not suggesting they be allowed to roam free. They should be put to work. The city needs laborers and fodder to protect it. Yes. And if they work hard enough for long enough, the city might allow them to earn their freedom one day.
Glad to see I'm not the only one on the road. Lae'zel did well to break free of Vlaakith's manipulations, though I doubt Vlaakith will let such insubordination go unpunished.
Hope you're keeping well, friend.
I didn't think I'd live to see the day when Lae'zel turned her back on Vlaakith. But all things considered, good for her. I suppose that makes you quite... From what little I can recall hearing of Baal's mortal children,
The urges are calling on you again, aren't they? I haven't seen you sleep through the night once in the... I knew you had some nasty habits, but I didn't want to pry over much, but bloody hells! A Baalspawn! Probably more Baldurian parents scare their children with stories of your kind than mine. I thought your kind was extinct. Goes to show. So, how are you feeling? Keen to reconnect with your family? Or ready to throw yourself in an oubliette? You know, though I don't look a day... rather thrilling. I get to watch the...
how can I...
I don't care how many they make. She's the elf.
did I tell you? A momentous occasion. I'm sure you agree.
I've had enough, Mizora. What do you want?
Your attention, little pup. Nothing more. And you'll be glad to give it. You see, Gortash has had your father relocated. To the slaughter, the way I hear it.
Shit.
Your dad's good as dead, pup. And to think, there's no way to save him. Or is there?
You know something.
I know enough. I'll be in your camp if you want to work something out.
Of course she'd stick her infernal nose where it doesn't belong. Of course she's dreamt by all the hounds of the hells. What is she planning? Certainly not. But we'll have answers soon enough. Until then, may my father keep safe, whatever coop he's been flown to. Watch yourself. I spy a trap.
As one does. No one back home will ever believe this. All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
Sharp as ever. No trouble at all.
I can do better. I must.
I'll see what I can do.
Still alive, so that's progress.
It grew legs and walked off.
Don't be daft.
A prison guard has spotted you. It's either lie or fight. Somehow the guard buys your excuse. You're free to roam Worm's Rock Prison.
Too far gone.
It's all that gruel he's been getting. He's hungrier than a farm ox after ploughing.
I'm not paid to chat.
Wherever we go, ye gods, let there be something green.
Is that blood? No, never mind. No time to rest.
They're making those metal beasts fall. The pride of the gate, toning things down.
Not for communal use, it seems. Best.
You might as well lock the cell. It's over. I came seeking allies to our cause. Watchers spotted me. Drag empty as a stare. He's spoken accusations. I'll be executed in 5. You might have unlocked my cell, but there's no escape from this place. When the people need a miracle, you cannot wait for... No more. Lead me from my cell. Escort me out of Worm's Rock. I'll seek out my connections. When the city streets shatter, you'll want their blades. Well done.
All right, time to skulk about.
The pride of the gate. On your way. May
Mind if I do?
Fuck yes.
Survival is all that matters. Finding my way.
Always this same old song. Not pinned down just yet.
Eat it.
Impero.
War is an old woman's game.
This is far enough. The way should be clear. I can't thank you enough for getting me out of that damned prison. And for giving me courage when I'd all but run out.
It's the least we could do. Your faith in this city should inspire us all.
When the flames roared loudest, you pulled me to safety. I will travel to the upper city. You won't fight the coming battle alone. As long as the city stands, I will stand with it. This is my promise.
I'll be my old fishing spot. Spent more than a few summer-tide days here. Only a few head colds and a tongue lashing from my worried father.
I spoke to a witness who says you entered the house before the fire
Tell them
started.
what happened, and we'll be home in no time.
A gith in my armory? I don't think so. Clear off! Trade. This equipment isn't for sale. It belongs to the Flaming Fist. Course I bloody wasn't. Too busy ordering more of those I suppose you can take a look. But make it quick. It wasn't even air outside. Who needs them when you've got Flaming Fist?
We were rescued. That's why nothing's gonna happen to us. We'll tell them what happened, and we'll be home in no time.
Ah, they're harmless. Except if you're a criminal, of course.
It's more than that. The way they look at you.
No distractions, please.
Thank you for the lift, my friend. Thank you very much indeed. Ta-ta.
Admitted to the city must be surrendered. Livestock is now property of the Ducal Council for the duration of the ongoing failure to comply will result in imprisonment and, if necessary, more severe punishment.
You having a chuffing laugh? We lost most of our herd to wolves on the way here. We've got almost nothing left, and you want to take that from us? I've got a good mind to...
Problem, citizen?
Forget I said anything. Come on, at least let us take her to a doctor.